Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're looking at a very interesting series, one that begs the question, what the hell do you do when you're outmatched in StarCraft? What the heck do you do when you know your opponent is just so much better than you that you can't take them down in a fair match, in a straight-up match? Well, the answer is you cheese the heck out of them, right? That's basically what most of us do, but it doesn't really usually work because you try to do some 300 IQ play, and we all know there is a fine line between 300 IQ and 0 IQ. Now, in this game, we've got Wayne in the top left side, a top 50 in the world pro gamer. I believe he's about rank 40 right now, and has been to the top 8 and the top 4 even of the EU regionals multiple times. An incredibly good Zerg player, very aggressive, and especially, I would say, the easier players to play against who are higher ranked than you are the very standard players, the very macro-centric players. Maybe you can surprise them with a cheese here or there. Wayne's highly aggressive and unpredictable, which makes him so hard to mind game. His opponent, the bottom right, is a low to mid GM player who plays Protoss as his main, does a lot of off-racing as random, which he's got to GM as well recently. A player from my clan. It's Applejuice. Applejuice and me have some really fantastic games. You know, we're pretty well matched as players, but Applejuice doesn't really have any pro experience. Doesn't really have experience playing in like big LAN tournament stages or anything like that. Hasn't been to too many of these live events and is massively outmatched right now, but he's gonna go for Nexus first into the cannon rush. Oh, this is the most NA strat ever. It's so dirty. He's gonna wall off the top of the ramp and then try to build cannons down here off of that power field by the looks of it. And Wayne comes back. He should be aware of what's happening and he's not responding. He's not responding right now. Wayne sees the pylon wall off. He's not going to pull drones at all. He's going to take second gas and go Roach Warren by the looks of it. I think Applejuice should cancel those 2 pylons potentially. But no, it looks like he's going to let them finish. And that one will allow him to build another cannon over here, which is in range of this hatchery. Question is one cannon really enough to kill the hatchery? Or do you even need to kill the hatchery, I guess is the other question. Nexus is up. Do we chrono probes or do we build more cannons? Oh, you can actually get a cannon there as well. I don't know if that cannon's in range of the hatchery, but it will at least make this position harder to break. I think probes is really important though, because you know you're not going to kill the main base. You're just going to delay their expansions and mess with them and go from there. Now Wayne sneaks a drone out. He's getting ready to try and take a third. Roach Warren's on the way. He's onto double gas mining behind this. I think this is a really good idea because this is a very common strategy on NA. I remember Scarlet saying it was super broken. Nexus first into cannon rush back when we first found out about this one on the ladder. Remember there was a player Void who was using this one a lot, but a bunch of different players have abused it. It's this awkward mix of extreme economy, but also a single probe comes across and then just commits a whole bunch of minerals to damage you. And normally that's awkward because it slows your expansion down, but if you squeeze a Nexus in and you get a cannon rush to kill your opponent's hatchery, I mean, that's just massive. I don't think it's going to kill the hatchery. That's the problem here, is those roaches should be able to easily go kill that cannon, and then you keep your hatchery up and you're fine. But Wayne's going to counterattack. Oh my god, what? He's going to try and counterattack. And to be fair, the gateway's not even finished, so this could actually work out. If he just brings his roaches and queen over here, he could kill this cannon, though, and save the hatchery. Wayne is just going to give the hatchery up, even though there's only one cannon in range. I think that's a misplay there, but that's what happens when you're playing against these weird NA strats. Applejuice, cannon rush. He's going to get the hatchery. The probe's helping out as well. He's going to try and take the third base. Can these Ravagers get in? I mean, I think you need to morph these all into Ravagers. Probably should have already done this, should have Wayne. He's going to try and run in. Watch out, you're going to wall off. Oh, no, he didn't wall off. Oh, but wait, probe block? Oh, he's got to stop him getting up the ramp. He's got to stop him getting up the ramp, and he's going to do it. Nicely done. Holds him in place where the cannon is, and you can see those probes doing their work. 5 probes go down, though. It's pretty expensive. That being said, you're on 31 against 24 already. 2 new cannons do go down, as well as a battery and a second battery. Only 1 pylon here. Battery, very important to heal that. Applejuice will need to get back to probing in the near future and figure out what's going on in the next step. He does see drones going out to the third base, which is huge, so he should know that this all ends over, and I would say actually cancel the cannons. He's got 2 batteries, cancels 1 of the cannons. 3 shield batteries even, cancels the extra cannon, should cancel 2 of those shield batteries as well, I think. Stargate does go down in the main base. Are we going to go Skytoss after this? I wouldn't mind it. You're far enough ahead economically that Skytoss would actually be a very good transition. Cancel 1 more? Nice. Gets most of the refund back there. And a good call from Applejuice. So Applejuice has so far used a very low interaction build. A single worker has just walled the opponent off so they can't really do anything. Built cannons. We've managed to kill the hatchery. Now, I would say there definitely is an argument that Wayne could have defended this by just taking down those cannons with roaches and probably being in a good spot. That's something, of course, we're not dealing with the cannons hitting our hatcheries, watching from the sidelines, which is why we could see that. But now Applejuice has to think, you know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm slightly ahead. He's still way better than you. You need to do some dirty stuff in the next step as well. And having 4 gases mining, going straight for the third base, these things are definitely going to help get you going in that position. A few more roaches coming out here to clean up these cannons. Third hatchery coming up, and it's going to be lair before ling speed for Wayne. Wayne's still down 4 drones, though, as he struggles to get back in this game. 2 queens in each mineral line. We do see it. Yeah, Void Ray into second Stargate. I mean, this is... If you guys want to play the most low-skill build in StarCraft, it's basically just Sky Toss, right? Cannon Rush into Sky Toss is... You don't really need a lot of execution, and it doesn't give your opponent a lot of a chance to, like, out-micro you. It's they either figure out what you're doing early enough and, you know, have enough economy to shut it down, and they shut it down correctly, or they don't. There's a few things you can do to do the style better or worse, but it very rarely relies on your multitasking or, you know, mechanical abilities at all. Now, Void Ray comes out and denies the Overlord. First big tell you're getting is Wayne. I wonder if Wayne tries to go, like, Mass Mutalisk or Corruptor against this. I don't mind Queen Walks normally against this build, like Queen Walk plus Roach Ravagerling Corruptor. You know, where you get like 15 Corruptors, bunch of Ravagers, some Zerglings, and you kind of bile down the Void Rays and Carriers along with the 9-10 Queens helping the push out. Hydra Den's on the way, though. Wayne's going to try and do a Hydra push against this. Ah, okay. Hydra Den is on the way. Ling speed as well. Lots more drones are building. Void Ray does get pushed back for now. First 2 carriers are on the way for Applejuice. He's got +1 air weapons as well. And he's absolutely avoiding anything complicated that involves a Warp Prism dancing around on one side, Adepts in the other side, Oracles poking in and out. All that super micro-intensive stuff. I mean, this is a textbook. I am going to use really basic abusive strategies, and it's up to you to solve it. It's up to you, Zerg player, and you're doing it from behind because that Cannon Rush worked out very well. Second Cybercore's on the way as well. He wants to go full double air upgrades. That's always funny. Forge as well. Wait, don't tell me we go Plasma Shields as well as double air upgrades. Oh my gosh. So he's just going to play No Storm. Just mass upgrade carrier. Wow. I mean, that's kind of wild. I would personally much prefer a faster third Stargate, but look at that. 2 carriers are out, 2 more building. So if we look at the Hydra versus carrier count, the 7 Hydras versus 2 carriers, obviously the carriers win that fight. Now the Hydras can mass out a little bit faster, but Wayne's only on 66 drones, so is Applejuice. Applejuice might be able to get an extra expansion up here. I do want to see Applejuice take out that Changeling and potentially push back the carrier, or the Overseer. Carriers are going to come forward and maybe try and attack the 4th. You could focus down a few drones, could be very effective. +2 air weapons is on the way, as well as Warp Gate now. Oh, he's going to go Warp Gate. I think because he's seen the Hydras, he wants to add Storm. Fair enough. Carriers take out a Creep Tumor there. Evo Chamber's finally going down. Wayne's now up to 72 drones. This is a weird style Wayne's playing. Just Mass Queen Hydra. Someone call Loco. Add 3 Corruptors to this. You got yourself a Loco game. Oh, but he gets him. Applejuice losing the first 2 carriers. Oh, that's such a big, silly mistake. Oh, he goes so deep on creep and loses 2 carriers. Oh, and now Wayne's just going to explode across the map and overwhelm him, probably. That's so awkward. Cannon battery trying to be built. Dude, if he can't get these next 2 carriers out in time, imagine he could have been at 6 carriers at the point in about 40 seconds. Instead, he's going to be at 4. That is so bad. Oh, +2 air weapons is about a minute and a half out as well. Oh, if you get +2 air weapons, shields, and 6 carriers, I think it beats this number of Hydras, but without it, it's very cannon battery reliant right now. There's just not that much raw firepower. Next 2 carriers are almost out, or one of them is. Templar Archives is only just now starting. I think Wayne's going to be able to overwhelm him. Just look at the supply advantage. I really feel 6 carriers could have held on in this game. I just don't think 3 can do it. 4th one's about to come out. You need to wait for it, though, I think. All this cannon battery that's building, it's not quite up yet. Oh, I like that there's a few cannons and batteries on the right side, though. Got to be careful, though. You want to launch all the interceptors on your own gateway when this fight happens, and then throw them on the Hydras and Roaches as they come. Attack your own Nexus is another thing you can do here as well. There are 2 more carriers building. +2 air weapons is getting close. Remember, there's no carapace for the Zerg, no +1 range either. These are very lowly upgraded Zerg units. Oh my gosh, big Biles landing. Battery overcharge does get taken down. How many Hydras are left? We can watch that in the units tab in the top left. There's only 16 Hydras left on the map against 4 carriers. If the carriers can get rid of the Hydras, they will be able to clear out everything else as well. But you've got to stay close enough so they're actually fighting the Hydras. He moved back a bit too far with the carriers. He keeps pulling his carriers back a little bit too far while dodging the Biles, so they couldn't keep fighting the Hydras. They kept getting pulled off the Hydras that they were fighting. I don't know if it would have mattered either way, to be fair. After losing those previous 2 carries, I mean, you can see 2 more carries, he easily breaks through the Hydras, overwhelms, and just wins this whole fight, especially with +2 air now done. As it is, though, the Interceptors are trying to get recharged. He's trying to buy time for Storm. Apple Juice. It felt like this is this not just what happens every time you're severely outmatched? You do some 300 IQ series of plays to get way ahead, and then you find a way to just have everything fall apart. Is this not the classic story all of us have experienced? You know, you're like, I'm finally beating my bigger brother. He always beats me. And you get excited and you just don't look and throw those carriers away, doing a kind of pointless pressure. Carriers and the High Templar trying to defend up in the natural. The Hydra's just pushing on in. There's 30 Interceptors, so the Interceptors are up. The Hydra's, though, gunning down the Interceptors so effectively. High Templar being forced to morph into Archons. Carriers actually get a pretty good fight there, but I don't see them being able to do too much more, right? Because there's just going to be so many more Hydras coming. You do need to whoop in more High Templar. If Apple Juice can get like a few good Storms, it is mass Hydra. There's always like the mythical point of like, what if we hit an 8 carrier 4 Psystorm timing and he's got nothing but 45 Hydras to defend and we feed back the Viper maybe? I like that Apple Juice is staying in it. I probably would have thrown my hands up and gone, oh my god, I can't believe I threw this game. But Apple Juice is hanging in there right now. Probe's going to move out towards that third. Lings are waiting. 2 Vipers building, +2 range, +1 carapace as well. Ling's going to go after the pylon. Probe's trying to get down there. Ooh! 3 probes, not too bad. That could have been much worse. So it looks like... Oh, he's going to do Microbial Shroud as well. So Wayne is going to push with Vipers to try and abduct carriers, and maybe Parasitic Bomb, but mostly abduct. He's going to use Microbial Shroud on his Hydras, but they're going to get stormed down, and there is +3 air weapons on the way right now, which is a really important upgrade. Does have Plasma Shields. We're on 7 carriers. Number 8 and 9 are building. I think these carriers definitely should try to kill that Overseer, but I think he's worried about Hydras running in the front because he's got no map vision. And definitely don't rebuild any probes in this game. You're just like long distance mining so many resources here. And max out. Oh, actually more drones being built. Wayne's really taking his time. Ultras are, of course, very good because they get rid of all the High Templar on the ground. It's been a little slow to get the Ultra Cavern, but I'm surprised he's not pushing. I really feel like as Wayne, the longer you wait, the more awkward things get. On the other hand, as long as you split your army up and wait for these guys to move across and then you just counterattack, you basically can't lose a base trade. But if you clump your whole army into this, Storms can be amazing. Not to mention the upgrade differential with +3. Dude, if he abducts a few carriers, you need to preserve every carrier. You need feedback here. But he has no vision. Apple Juice has no vision. Oh no, he's going to lose multiple carriers to the abducts, guys. One gets taken, another one gets taken, and another one. Oh, but actually not quite focusing them. There we go. Does take a big storm to the face. It's worth it though, because you can replenish so easily as Wayne. Whereas, of course, Apple Juice cannot replace those carriers. 2 going down, 1 getting heavily bruised, which may come into play later on. Have we got any Ultras? No Ultras building yet. Dude, if he just gets like 4 Ultras, he wins. But he's spending all of his money on Hydras right now. Definitely taking it a bit odd. Microbial Shroud, I believe, helps Spore Crawlers as well. Oh, nice Fungal. Yeah, getting an Archon's worth. Super worth it there for a Fungal. Ultras are building the first 2. I think there's no reason to fight this army as Wayne. Just go around. Don't risk losing the fight. Because good enough Storms will lose you this game. Just keep looking for abducts and honestly counterattacking probably should have been already the play. Oh, that'll do. That'll do, though. Nice Fungal as well. Gets rid of one of the carriers. That one survives, though. Hasn't been as quick at actually focusing down those abducted units as you might have wanted to see. It's 2 Ultras building. He waits for a few more Ultras, gets rid of the Storm. It should be more than enough Hydras, right? 30 Hydras should beat 6 carriers. But not if he walks into Storm. Oh my god, Wayne's panicking right now, dude. Is Wayne panicking a little bit? He's going to go for the Ultra. The Ultra just killed 1 High Templar. 2nd and 3rd High Templar all go down. Every single High Templar just died, guys. Every single High Templar just died. Time Warp's pretty massive, though. Carriers trying to fight, but they don't have many Interceptors left. The Hydras are getting on top, and it looks like Wayne... Dude, how hard is it to kill a 2-base Skytoss player as a 5-base Zerg? Apparently, it can take a bit longer than you think. Especially with no Corruptors there, as Wayne finally wins game 1. But that was unreasonably difficult. All right, well, you had a close one, a near miss, and this is where a lot of people feel that psychological damage and start to fall apart. Let's see if Applejuice has enough tricks up his sleeve, because the cannon rush isn't going to work second time in a row. You can't use that strategy again. So how many tricks do you really have up your sleeve? Wayne's going to go 12 pool as well, a heavy pressure opening. But his spawning pool's 2 seconds late. That was awkward. That was a little bit awkward there. Felt like Wayne forgot that he was 12 pooling for a second. Built a drone, cancelled it, then built the spawning pool. Anyways, we are going to be seeing what looks like just a gate opening as far as I can tell. A bit more of a standard build order for Mr. Applejuice. Should be seeing a chrono on those probes. And a gateway goes down at the front. Nice. Oh, guys, Wayne's full cheesing. He's full cheesing. He's going to try and build a hatchery probably in the wall off, I think. He could hatch block, but I think you want to stop him from walling off. That's going to make it so hard for Applejuice to defend this. So this is what I said. It's so hard to deal with Wayne because, like, you're out here trying to think of 300 IQ tricks to beat this guy. He's just going to cheese you. He's like, all right, this guy's dumb Skytoss player. Let's just put the pressure on him. There's no way he'll be able to hold on against this. I think it's a very good idea from Wayne. So he comes in now. Should probably be building his next 2 Zerglings before building the hatchery. But he's going to go hatchery first. And he's actually going to build it on the location, not blocking the wall off that. Oh, you can't block the wall off because the gas is there. I think it would be too close to the gas. Okay, that makes sense. Second gate and core goes down immediately. Second pylon as well. Applejuice realizes exactly what's going on. He's like, oh, crudsicles. Starts chronoing out his zealot. He needs to chrono 2 zealots and 2 adepts out here and then start building shield batteries. This is kind of interesting, though, because like I said, that hatchery location doesn't really do anything to stop the defense. I guess if the gateway was on this side, you could build the hatchery here, potentially, if it can fit. I don't even know if it can fit on this map. Definitely an odd map to be mixing this building, but oh my god, he lets him in. No, Applejuice messes up real bad. That zealot should shimmy to the right, shimmy to the right, shimmy to the right. The zealot, oh, but wait, the zealot survives. Actually works out really well as a bait because he kills all 6 Zerglings with those probes. He only built 1 zealot. Normally he meant to build 2. But look at that. Starts a pylon, pulls probes down to attack the hatchery as well. Second adepts on the way as well. Behind this, a queen and droning begins. Wayne realizing he's not going to be able to batter his way through, but he is down 8 probes in this game. That being said, big mining time being lost for Applejuice as he starts a second gateway up there. I would like that pylon to get cancelled. Yeah, good choice. Good choice there. And of course, even if you let the hatchery finish, I mean, that would be, it's almost dead. So you really don't want to waste all that money. Wayne's just going to cancel it, build the extractor there. And of course, as this little bit of creep disappears, see that last little bit of creep is slowly dying. The drone goes down to the adept. We'll see the Nexus get placed. And he's like, can you please disappear? Last little bit of creep. What the hell, man? Finally disappears. Nexus goes down at 2 minutes 50. Now, of course, that gives a massive base advantage to Wayne. Sorry, guys. Bad. I left my scrolling on. 2 queens and 2 hatcheries versus a Nexus just started. But does that really matter? Because Applejuice is up 7 workers. This pylon was a little late. He's going to start a Twilight Council now in the follow-up, and these 2 adepts are going to launch their way in. Seeing no drones on the natural, I think you realize these adepts have probably already done their job. Cancel the shade and just run away is probably the way to do it. Oh, Applejuice. I think losing these adepts is really bad, and this is exactly what Wayne wanted, was you to overcommit like this. Oh, big mistake there for Applejuice. And you can see, like, Wayne was stuck making mass Zerglings. You already, I think, had achieved your goal. Just keeping those adepts alive and threatening would have been massive, but now he loses it. Twilight into Robo behind it. We've all been in this scenario as a Protoss where you're trying to recover your economy after a messy start, and then like it just doesn't quite work out and things don't quite come together. Dark Shrine's on the way as well. Third base going down. Third hatchery goes up there. Okay. Are we just going to do a 4-gate? Yeah, 4-gate. So it's going to be a 4-gate Dark Templar push. Really important to chrono probes in this scenario. And then to save 1 chrono probably for the prism. But to be fair, I almost don't think it matters if you delay the prism. It's about, you need to get a gas up. And you need to like saturate this worker line as the most important thing. The timing of hitting like an Archon drop or something is very hard to optimize after these sort of starts because you're just so far behind on the workers. So even just getting in there with like 1 or 2 Dark Templar off the first drop, just to make sure your opponent has detection and is playing safe, is more than enough. Third hatchery goes down for Wayne. He's going to go for his first 2 gases only now at about 420. He starts those. Adept and a Stalker are going to move out and try to secure a third base location. Third gas does start up. Applejuice is going to move out to the right side by the looks of it. Going to go for the linear third base. Warp Prism pops out there. Dark Shrine's almost done, so that's going to get to the other side in good time to start warping in those Dark Templar. That Zergling goes down, and Apple Juice. I wouldn't mind third base before DTs, personally. Extra Pylon goes down. Thinking about a third Nexus, but he's floating a lot of money right now. I guess he wants to make sure he warps in all 4 DTs. Actually, 513, 4 DT warp-in's really good considering you got 12 pulled and hatchery blocked in this game. That's a pretty darn good timing. Third base goes down behind it. Dark Templar trying to go in with a crisp counterattack. Spore Crawlers coming up in the natural. There's no Spore Crawler in the main, though. You got to be careful. There's no link speed. There's no roaches. There's no defense. The DTs just kill every single Zergling. What the hell? He can just click on the Spore or just kill every drone, right? He just hold position these DTs. They'll just kill whatever. Oh, but he loses the Prism. Does it matter, though? The DTs are doing massive damage. 12, 14 workers, 17 workers. Oh, my God, because he knows if he loses the Spore, he's dead, so he has to fight with the drones. But he ends up losing 19 drones, a queen, 18 Zerglings. That's actually worth losing the Prism and the DTs, because now you just need to hang on and defend any sort of counterattack, build a new Prism, maybe just go for round 2 of an Archon drop. This is actually a great position to be in as Apple Juice. It looks like he's falling back to his natural, or thinking about it at least. Stalker does push that Overlord off the pillar. Archon's going to go for it as well. You got to be careful, though. Link speed's about to kick in, mate. Apple Juice, he's got his pants down around his ankles right now. He sees a few Zerglings on the front. He should realize what this means, but he's not watching. He's not watching. Oh, gosh. He pulls it back. Wayne, desperate for counter damage, unable to find it. He's doing nothing but droning. He's pulled off gas right now. Nothing but droning to try and recover. If he could build a 4th hatchery, that would help him recover as well, but he just doesn't have the spare minerals. Forge comes in right now. Third base is up and mining. Apple Juice with a stellar defense in the early game into the Dark Templar counterattack. And I think Wayne's regretting the choice to go for the 12-pool hatch block this game. I really don't think it made sense on this map, and he's probably kicking himself going, oh man, I thought I could just do an aggressive build and my opponent would kind of crumble. Probably looks at that last game and says, this guy did cannon rush into Sky Toss. This guy has no skill. Like, I know how Zerg players think, guys. I am one. You do your strategy like that, we immediately lose respect for you as a player. We think this guy has no skill, no ability. You know, we get really cocky against Sky Toss players. It's part of why Zergs get so angry and play so bad against Sky Toss. We disrespect the Protoss player in our head so much that we're shocked when they actually know how to press buttons and play the game. DT's coming and start focusing down the Spore Crawler. That Folly is going to be hurting Wayne here as he loses the Spore Crawler in that base. Zealots and Immortals will be able to mostly defend that Zergling run by. A few of them get in the main base, but we'll see what they actually find. DT's out in the third. The Archon drop still hanging out. Massive mining time being lost. Can he save the DTs? Nice save on the Dark Templar. 4 Zerglings run into the natural. Will they be able to get themselves a probe? Yeah, just a single probe there. No big pickoffs whatsoever. And the Immortal and the probes do defend that last one. Third base, mostly mining. Charge. +1 is here. We're going to see a gateway explosion now. He wants to do an 8-gate attack, does Apple Juice. He is supply blocked right now, but I think when this Immortal comes out, +1 will be 3/4 of the way done, and he'll just move out for a big old finishing charge lot Immortal Archon attack. He doesn't want to let this game go for too long. He knows he's got an early advantage, wants to get in there before Wayne has a chance to recover, and boy, is Wayne recovering. 61 drones. He's got the worker lead. He's making an Evo Chamber, Roach Speed. If he makes nothing but Roach Ravager, that's all he needs to defend this push, and if he can get Roach Speed up, +1 range is on the way. The trick is for Wayne, you need to not drone anymore. You need to do nothing but Roach Ravager. The thing is, he doesn't know this is an all-in. He doesn't know about these 4 gateways that went down the moment his Zerglings got cleaned up. He's got a Changeling coming forwards to check for 4th bases, but he's actually got to keep an eye on that army. That army is a scary-looking army. Wayne building Roach Ravager, trying to get up the units he needs. This is exactly the sort of force that he needs to defend. Roaches and Ravagers en masse. 4 Archons coming in. So it's going to be 4 Archons, 2 Immortals. Third Immortals building. +1 weapons is done. More Pylons building. As he is a little bit supply blocked right now with these Zealots warping in. Apple Juice going to struggle to spend his money this game because of that. He's going to attack the left with the main army. Zealots are going to counterattack from the top into this base and then maybe into the main base as well. It's a giant army. 22 Roaches and 4 Ravagers are here. Roach Speed's not quite ready. He's got to try and avoid the force fields there. First Corrosive Bile does take out one of his own creep tumors as well as landing on a single Archon. The Ravagers need to get together, but look at that. 8 Zealot warping in the main. You guys know it. Every Protoss player loves it. Apple Juice is not macroing perfectly. He's not a pro player. But boy, is he making things difficult for Wayne. Nonetheless, a sentry goes down there. Zealots in the main base, DTs as well. The Roaches come up north. This army does take down the 4th base. He pulls back there, realizing the Zealot DT will be doing okay, but oh, it's starting to get overrun as well. This looks like maybe Wayne, even though he loses his 4th base, He can recover, trade really well, and actually be okay. Pulls back a bunch of weak units, makes a bunch of new Ravages. He's going to counterattack. Little does he realize Applejuice ain't done yet. Applejuice comes in with more Zealots. Queens over here on the third base are vulnerable. The Roach Ravager does come back to defend. Behind this fourth base build, Applejuice needs to spend that money. Immortals building +2 weapons as well. He's going to build a second Robo. Very important to get a second Robo. I'd love to see a Robo Bait or a Templar Archives for him. One or the other would be great, just to add some splash damage depth to this army over time, because Applejuice has a fantastic setup, and he's got a Zerg pinned on 3 base. A 3 base Zerg is not a happy Zerg. He's doing nothing but Mass Roach Ravager. Wayne has decided, okay, you're going to pin me on 3 base. I'll go all in. He's got a squad of Roaches and an Overseer ready to defend the Prism. Everything else is going to go for the front. But force fields in this choke point could be brutal. He's got to be very careful about that. I think Wayne should try and cancel the 4th base and macro up behind it. I don't think he should go all in into a Mortal Archon Sentry. Those force fields could ruin his day. Watch out! Watch out, mate! Nice move forward! Oh, good force fields. Traps a lot of those Roaches up there. The Zealots, Archons, and Immortals doing very well. Biles do take out one of the Archons at the same time. Big Zealot warp in for the counterattack. The Roaches in the main a little slow to respond. The drones are evacuating. That third hatchery is in jeopardy. Link's coming in from that side, trying to go for the run by his Wayne. I love that he's doing run bys to keep Applejuice busy. He's going to test Applejuice multitasking. Zealots and Immortals are there to defend, though, and it looks like they will do A-okay at defending that. Zealots kill the third base. They recall. Drones have to transfer to the fourth base that hasn't even been rebuilt yet. Units lost tab right now is about dead even on both sides. Zealots clean up the Zergans in the main. It's a massive Mortal Archon army that continues to grow in size, as well as that upgrades. Meanwhile, stuck on Roach Ravager, trying to get to Hive for Lurker Viper tech is Wayne. But Wayne does not have the economy to support that right now. He's trying to rebuild drones. He needs to rebuild that third base as well. This Prism has been so annoying for him to deal with, as I think Applejuice is just getting ready for yet another push. He's still making Archons with DTs. There's going to be 7 Archons, 5 Immortals, +2 attack. Those Immortals are going to do 60 damage a shot. That is going to rip these Roaches to shreds, and there's nothing but Roach Ravager in the army. I feel like Wayne's best bet is probably counterattacking and being forward on the map, but right now this Prism's keeping him so defensively minded that this will turn into a front-on fight. Applejuice has got to be careful so the Zealots don't charge too far in front of his opponent. We'll see exactly where this goes. DTs and Zealots are going to come in down the bottom. Ooh-wee. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, Zealots, Archons, Immortals, and Sentries trying to pull back right now. Zealots and DTs coming forward. Here we go. Drones are there. Zealot, Archon, Sentry, Immortal moving forward on the south, while those counterattack units, those DTs running in from behind could be massive. The Prism's in the main as well. Good force field there. Is it good enough? Yeah, traps these Ravagers on the left, which is huge. The Archons bowl through the force fields and actually just start jumping on top. But that is going to be massive. There were Zealots in the main, DTs in the natural, and he was just getting torn apart. Very nice game there from Applejuice to tie up the series. All right, well, that was pretty impressive. Obviously, you got to lead off the early defense, Applejuice, but managing to not throw it away, man. I mean, most of us StarCraft players, we get ahead against a player who is a top 50 player in the world. What do, guys? We flush it down the toilet. We know how to get ahead and throw those leads away. What is this? Guys, what is this? He's like, man, Wayne's probably going to play pretty safe now. I can't just be doing a reliance on him doing, say, a silly 12 pull and getting ahead again. We're going for a first pylon on the other side of the map. This is a massive proxy gate. The question is this going to be the flower? 4 gateways around this? Will be 2 gateways into a forge. Drone comes in, sees no probe coming to block. Hatchery first on 16. So obviously 2 gateways comes in. Forge or 3rd gateway? 3rd gateway! Ooh-wee! Are we going to see probes and gas behind this, or just go 4th gate? Oh my god, okay, 4-gate proxy. He's going to go 4-gate proxy. Oh me, oh my. Dude, this is the dirtiest, most basic cheese in the entire book. Do pros actually die to this? I feel like they would play against it so rarely anymore. It's so underused at the pro level that maybe pros have forgotten how to defend this. I mean, the Overlord's not going out front the base. So because it's looking for cannon rush because of what happened earlier in this series. And he's even going to fake a cannon rush. Oh, this is so smart. I don't think that's a good pylon spot, though. So it's not getting much of a reaction. Only a single drone. Applejuice quickly trying to run around there and kind of pretend like he's doing something. I don't think that's walled off there. Surely not, right? Maybe? Oh, he's letting it finish. He's letting it finish. More drones being pulled. Oh my gosh. So he's getting a reaction there. He's not actually committing. He's kind of acting like it. Wayne's like, this guy's an idiot. He might actually be committing to this even though it's so late. But he's like, it's fine. We just transfer our drones and see what we could do. Meanwhile, Mass Zealot is building. You've given up a lot of mining time and you're mining gas. What you need against this is spine crawlers, guys. You need spine crawlers. Oh god, the Zealots are coming in. Wayne's in trouble right now. Oh me, oh my. Look at this. Only one Zealot to the natural plus the probe. The other Zealot's going straight towards that main mining. And you want to make sure you don't get surrounded. Get to the mineral line. He wants to get between the gap and the minerals. Oh, yep. Nice positioning on the Zealot. You just want to get into the choke point where it can't get surrounded. Really nicely done there. He's already going to kill a drone. Nice. One drone kill does go down, but he gets himself surrounded. He actually kind of moved to the left, which was cute there. As long as you keep those Zealots together in a formation, look how much mining time is going down. More Zealots coming in from the front. Those guys are going to get surrounded by Zerglings, though. Applejuice does at least fight with those, but one of the Zealots does go down. The other Zealot trying to pull away on the natural. These Zealots in the main are going to get drone drilled. Massive surround there for Wayne. Wayne surrounding these Zerglings, getting really good angles where he's got the superior numbers, but he's down to just 12 drones. So he's trying to do this with just mass slow Zergling, and he needs to get the 6 surrounds and kill them very quickly. But look at how fast they start to die to these Zealots. So many Zerglings damage, but the Zergling surround is good. That is a massive move, dude. I can't believe it. Wayne is actually showing us those pro gamer bits of micro. And the Zealot micro really matters here. Applejuice has had good Zealot micro, but it hasn't been great. It hasn't been god tier micro. Still just building Zealots against a 12 drone Zerg. Mass, slow Zergling. No spine crawlers. No defensive anchors. Spine crawlers do really well against Zealots. And Applejuice is going to start to contain. As he contains, he builds a pylon. At home, does he start probing up, or do we still just see him massing Zealots? Zealot will lose to 4 Zerglings, but as long as you get extra Zealots there, you're going to start to trade better and better as time goes on. Zealots landing hits wherever they can. You got to be careful. That is a massive amount of slow Zerglings moving out, guys. And that pylon's very exposed. Zealot on the ramp does get engaged. These Zealots are going to fight. You got to stop these single Zealots from running away from the pack. Did he lose a Zealot there? 8 Zealots for 13 Zerglings. 8 drones and a queen have gone down so far. Pretty good trading for Wayne considering how bad this situation is. You can see every time he A moves, the Zerglings are trying to bait him out of position and get us around. Big surround on the left side while the Zerglings on the right just distract. Really nice move here for Wayne. As he gets the surround, Zerglings can beat Zealots when they surround them in small numbers. But the bigger the number of the Zealots, the harder it is to get that surround off. If he can get this pylon down, he's going to be good. But look at that. There's no defense at home. There's no defense at home. Sending those Zerglings across the map is a game winner. That is a game winner if Applejuice can't do anything to deal with this. And look at this Zergling micro on the right side. That Zealot goes down. Very nice micro. Dude, Wayne is just focusing on all the right things, and he's going to get so much damage on that pylon. Shields are gone, 10 hit points are down as well. Maybe could have got a few more hits, but still, nothing but Zerglings, and now Ling Speed's on the way as well. Now, these Lings are going to run in here. There's no recall energy. Oh, no! Applejuice, I think he chronoed a gateway recently. Oh, that's so bad. He's going to try and fight with probes, but that means he's going to lose all of his income. Oh, actually, Wayne messed up. Wayne should not have let these Lings get surrounded. The whole point of these Lings is to waste mining time. You're not ever meant to lose them. You're meant to attack from behind the mineral line, from over here, attack the pylons. You're not meant to fight head on and get surrounded. So losing 6 Lings for 4 probes is actually a huge mistake. He's sending 4 more Zerglings though. And you got to make sure you do not lose those. Dude, that should have been game over because he should have no mineral mining, but he's actually mining enough for more Zealots right now. These Zerglings though start to get very good damage, and this time, that should be game over. Dude, Applejuice did a lot to make the pressure good, but actually, I mean, there is still 12 Zealots, which if you fight together, they will beat these drones and Zerglings pretty hard. Oh my god, he just killed 7 workers as they tried to phase through those Zealots. That's kind of crazy, man. That is kind of crazy. The Zealot gets to the mineral line there. Anywhere where he can't get surrounded, he's happy to fight. Probe's trying to run across the map as well. I think you got a base trade. As the Zerg, you've got enough money to hide extractors everywhere. You want to try and base trade this, right? Oh, Zerglings deal with that Zealot. Kill the probe, maybe? Okay. Probes and Zealots. The thing is, if you can kill the Nexus, leave these Zerglings there, kill the Nexus, that could be good. Ling Speed's done, guys. Drones are going to go back to the main and try to mine there. Yeah, it would have been good if he hid some of those drones on the left and they'd secretly gone back to mining, because now he's kind of giving it away. Go for these. Wait, are these his only drones, guys? He's got 5 drones all going back to mining. More Zerglings being built. Okay, so he's going to try and fight. I'm surprised he's not killing the gateways. Yeah. Kill the gateways. Run the drones. Oh, he's going to lose 1 drone. 1 drone gets surrounded. The Zerglings are going to kill the gateways and the pylon. And then if he kills these buildings back here, he wins. There's only enough money to build 1 extractor right now. This is a full base trade. It's a full base trade, guys. Oh my god, it's a full base trade. Okay, as long as these links go across the map, kill the other buildings, it's fine. He just needs to hide this extractor far enough away and run one more drone. You've got enough minerals, run one more drone away. And as long as you build this extractor here, and then you go run and you build another one elsewhere, you've actually got this, because your spawning pool is bleeding out, but only so slowly. Oh wait, Apple Juice can build one assimilator. He's got 80 minerals. He's got 80 minerals. Apple Juice has 80 minerals. He can make one assimilator, but he has to do it before the Nexus and the pylons die. I'm pretty sure Wayne still wins. Oh wait, he's gonna recall. Is that gonna work? Oh my god, okay, it's a messy fight. It's a messy fight. The Lings are like in a surround. They're gonna take the fight because they've got pretty good surface area. The Zealots are starting to fall right now. Oh no, I think that's good enough for the Zerg. That's good enough for the Zerg, right? Yeah, because, I mean, there's no way to lose. There's an extractor here. As long as... Wait. Spawning pool's still there. Yeah, you can't lose. Leave some Lings there. You've got another extractor. Dude, what an awesome game. But with the extra extractor hidden, Apple Juice has to tap out. Oh wait, I actually thought Apple Juice won this series because a few people told me it was really freaking epic. I think this was awesome though. He has to tap out, realizing, guys, with only one Zealot and one probe left, and 6 probes left, he can't kill this building, especially not with the spawning pool there, extractor there. But dude, this just goes to show how smart Apple Juice was for playing this mixture of different, like, Cannon Rush off Nexus first into Sky Toss, which I still think he could have won that game if he didn't throw those first 2 carriers away, into this one. This is awesome. I really love seeing a player just dig deep, try to do the nastiest strategies they possibly could, and finding a surprising amount of success with it. But hats off to Wayne. Really clutch Zergling surrounds. The fact that he traded 69 Zerglings, for 25 Zealots is insanely good trading. Really well played. Remember, 4 Zerglings cost as much as a Zealot. So that's amazing trading there. And just really good crisis management, squeezing the link speed out and getting the base trade. GG, well played. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. I know it was a little bit different watching 2 players here just play an absolute barn burner, but that was sick. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Goodbye and good night.